Have you ever tried to load a movie on your Apple TV box and you get a long black screen pause? And then when you back out, you get the same black screen pause? Well, no, that's not lag. Here's how you solve it. Open up settings and go to video and audio, scroll down until you find match content, and turn off match frame rate and match dynamic range. Now, when we go back to Netflix and we try to load the same show, it's instantaneous. No pause in between and no lag. That's because your Apple TV box is no longer trying to match the dynamic range and the frame rate of every piece of content, making it instantaneous. And this is just one of the many tips, tricks, and settings I'm gonna teach you about in today's video. Let's get into it. Oh, and also subscribe down below. You've probably noticed that Apple TV actually has a FaceTime option, but you're probably also wondering, how do you use it? Do I plug in a camera? Well, the answer to that is actually your iPhone. So to do this, you need your iPhone connected to the same network that your Apple TV is connected to and have the same Apple ID plugged in. But here's what I can do. I can click FaceTime right here, select my username, and I'm gonna automatically get a pop-up on my phone that says, would you like to use this as a would you like to use this as a camera? Continuity camera, that's what I was trying to say. I don't know why that took me so long. So you can actually go ahead and press accept, and this is what's gonna happen. Ooh, hello. So now your camera can be placed in a good position. And now I am all connected. You guys can see me right here. Now watch this. I can go ahead and FaceTime my mom right here. She's not gonna like this. She doesn't like being in videos. Also, look at the quality of this. Okay, well, I can't seem to get through to her right now. It doesn't want to pick up. But just to show you, that is a way you can FaceTime, and the audio and video can be formatted correctly. Okay, but that's actually not the only way you can use your iPhone if it's connected to the same network. Let's go search for an app or search for something to get. Well, we can actually open up our search bar right there, and what you're going to notice is directly on your iPhone, you get this notification. What are you doing there? You get this notification. Silly camera auto adjusted there. Well, this notification actually lets you automatically pull up your keyboard on your phone inside the Apple TV app, and now we can search whatever we want. Oh my God, I think I'm having a stroke here. And so it's pretty simple to use, but that's not it, because once you're inside of here, which you can also access from your side scrolling menu, we can completely control our Apple TV using the play, pause, adjustments as well, and easily turn it on and off. So it's actually a really cool trick that lets you fully function and fully use your Apple TV without using the remote. One of the most annoying, but sometimes useful features of the Apple TV remote is the swipe. Oh my God, look at this. Well, this can also be super annoying because you might be going to click something, but then you swipe at the same time. This happens to me all the time. So yeah, cool feature, Apple, doesn't always work great. Well, we can turn this off, which is really nice. So all we have to do is head to settings, scroll down until we find remote and devices, move my head here, and then click on ClickPad. Now you can see click and touch is currently selected, which means I can swipe through it without clicking. But we can also just switch to click only mode. So now that annoying swipe is suddenly gone and we're able to move around without having to worry about pressing the wrong key. That's a pretty good trick. So maybe you want to keep your Apple TV apps and stuff like that separate from your kids at home or your partner, or you have somebody else that consistently, maybe your deadbeat stepbrother that lives in your basement. Maybe he uses your Apple TV, but you want to keep your apps separate. Well, if you head to settings, and you find profile and accounts, and you go to add new profile, we can go to create a profile, not sign in with an Apple account, create a profile. And from here, we can create somebody else. I'm gonna use my phone here. And now we can go to continue right here, select an icon that is fitting, and then you can select whether they are a kid or not a kid. Now, what this does is if we select kid mode, is going to allow different restrictions. So on different PG content, not appropriate shows, but you can also customize those restrictions based on their age and raise them up as they get older. So that's another really cool bonus that you can do. Now, once you're done, you can click done right there. And now you have a brand new profile added. Check this out. Now, when we go to switch profile, we go to Deadbeat Stepbrother. So now inside of their own profile, they're going to be able to get their own recommendations, have their own watch lists, their own music and podcast histories, and even have separate pairs of AirPods synced to your Apple TV box. Speaking of AirPods, if you have a partner sleeping upstairs and you're trying to watch the brand new House of the Dragons episode, well, your AirPods actually automatically connect to your Apple TV if it's under the same account. I actually love this feature. So I can throw my AirPods in. Now, typically, they will automatically auto-connect to my phone. But if I press and hold down this TV button right here, this is gonna pull up the control center, which is super useful. It has a bunch of different stuff you can do in there, such as do not disturb, go automatically to gaming, all this stuff. But we want the audio setting, which you can find right here. Now, this will list all the devices you've had connected that are currently on. We can click on Apple AirPods right there, and now all the sound will go directly through my AirPods instead. And it's that easy to change. Instead of having to go to Bluetooth, select Bluetooth and find your device and then reconnect it, since they are automatically connecting to your phone all the time. And this does work with, of course, also that FaceTime option. So now your audio will also go through your AirPods as well. Pretty useful. Here's another cool one, because a lot of people don't know you can actually utilize screen mirroring from your iPhone on your Apple TV. So scroll down until you find your control center, and then you want to find your screen mirror option until you find your Apple TV device, like it's labeled there. It will then load up. You'll get it right here. And now we can actually mirror our screen directly on our Apple TV box. And so if we go into YouTube, for instance, I can find a recent video of mine that you guys have not watched. Go watch this video on why your TV won't stop working. Just watch it. Click on it and turn it horizontally, and you can watch it in great quality picture. What you're going to notice is as long as the video is playing, even when I switch orientation, it's going to stay in the correct orientation on, I don't know why my camera keeps doing that, on the TV as well the whole time. It's actually pretty cool. Here's one that Apple kind of hides, and this is if your Apple TV box stays on the whole time. But what you can do is hold down the control center button until you get this screen right here. I'll let you guys see it right there. And so if we scroll down, you're gonna see sleep timer right here. Well, this is where we can actually adjust how long until your device goes to sleep, whether you want 15 minutes, 30, an hour, or 2 hours. And this setting is hidden a little bit. It's not as easy to find as some of the others. So I wanted to make sure you guys know where this is so you can adjust your sleep time. And that way it will go to bed and not turn off, but go to sleep mode when that timer's up. Now, the last one I think all of us needs to do, head over to settings and then go until you find general. From there, we want to go to appearance. Now from here, you can select light or dark mode. Most people probably prefer dark, but what you can also do is select automatic, which is going to change it based on the day, the time of day. So during the day, you're going to get light. At night, you're going to get dark, and you can toggle between them really easily. But what we can also do is select our icon size for the main menu. So when we select default and we go back to our homepage, what you're going to notice is there's 6 apps at the front here. But if we head back and we go to settings and we switch that to large and head back, you're now going to notice 5, and these icons are quite a bit bigger. So if you have trouble reading it, or maybe you have somebody that can't quite see them, this will at least make it a little bit larger. So this was my all-in list on the top features and specs of the Apple TV 4K. We are hoping for a brand new device soon, but for now, this is what we have. I have no idea why my camera is doing all these small zooms. I think it's kind of annoying. Subscribe to the channel, guys. I'll see you later. Bye.